Welcome to ByStays. I am going to show you how to create an account with us. If you already have an account, all you have to do is click the already a member and sign in. You put in your credentials and click the login. If you have signed in with Google before, you can do the same. You can log in with your Google credentials. But if you don't have an account, here are the steps to follow. Put in a required username. It could be anything of your choice, something to identify you by. Insert your email. Create a suitable password that you can remember and that fits all the requirements of a good password. Retype that password. Insert a phone number that you use often. Tick the box that is next to I agree with terms and conditions. Then create an account. If this is successful, then it will take you to the login to your account page where you insert your username that you just put in and the password that you created. You have successfully been added to the ByStays family. This will then redirect you to your profile where you can go through your dashboard. Here's an overview of the dashboard. We have my profile that shows the details about you as a person, where you can put your first name, your last name, your phone numbers, your email, your website if you have one, and a brief description about yourself to help others identify you deeper. You can go ahead to add where you live and the languages that you speak. You can also add your social media handles and payment info. You can also add the email for receiving PayPal payments. So this is an overview of your profile. You can add an image to further describe yourself. And an ID scan, which is a requirement for property owners. Once that is done, you can go ahead and update your profile. Notice that we have where you can view your profile or delete your account. We hope you would not want to delete your account. As you save your profile, it will show you it has been updated, or if there are any issues, it will let you know. You can go ahead and view your profile. The details that are being hidden are just my personal information. Because we have so little to show on our profile, we have just scanty information, but the more you add, the more that will be shown. You can also change your password if you feel like the old password is scanty. There you have it, that is for my profile. If you have any listings, your listings will be shown in this section. Here you will see your reviews, your price, your status, and your actions, different actions. In the add a new listing section, we will have where we can add a new listing. So many categories for us to fill in before we actually add a listing. This we shall get into when it's time. If you feel like you want to skip to this part, you can go ahead and skip to that section. In our all-in-one calendar, we will see our external bookings, our internal bookings, and where our listing is free, something that will help you manage your listing. Here, your favorite properties will be shown. In case you are a property owner but also want to stay in different stays, your favorite properties will be shown there. Your bookings will be placed in this section. You'll be able to see who has booked your listing, for what period of time, and what the status of it is. Your reservations, that is places that you have booked to stay in, will be placed here. That is when you want to be a guest. The reviews will be for the properties that you own and have listed on this platform. They will be sectioned here. In our inbox section, we will have different chats. If the clients want to chat with you, that is the guests, they will be shown here. You can reply to them and continue the conversation. Invoices will be placed in this section, where you'll be able to update, adjust, remove, give discounts, all that in particular before you actually issue an invoice. All that will be stated right here, and I will give you an example later in the video. If you want to log out, that will be your option. Other icons that are here for use would be a direct icon to your inbox, a cart option to view your cart, we have nothing. But if you have anything, it will be shown here. It also gives you different blogs for you to read about and different stays that you would want to stay. We also have a shortcut panel to different places. We have my profile, my listings, add a new listing, favorite, reservations, bookings, inbox, invoices, and the logout. For now, let's go back to our profile. Yes, so this is an overview of our profile. Now I am going to show you how to add a property or a listing. Let's use our shortcut. The very first thing that you need to add to your listing is the description of this listing. Take note of what is written in the red text box. The very first thing is the title, which is the name of your listing. Mine will be Bene Riverside Cottages because that is what I've chosen as my pseudo listing to give you this tutorial. What property type? Is it a cottage? Is it a cabin? Is it a lodge? You can tell. The options are not showing just because I was recording for your site, but if you go add a listing, it will show the options. For the rooms and the spaces, I have chosen standard accommodations because that is the option of the lodges and the hotels and the ones that have the standard room spaces. So how many guests do you have in maximum? Do you accommodate in maximum? And do you allow children between the ages of 2 and 12? And then do you allow guests over capacity? Tick the box if so. If not, then don't tick the box. If you do tick the box, please verify how many exactly do you allow. Then for the next section, we're going to give him the location of this desired listing. That is the city, the neighborhood, the country in which this listing is located in. Then we go to the About This Property, where you will give a visual description of your property. This is the winning text for people to come to your place. Pictures can speak, but for the people that read, this also needs to be good enough. Show content form instead of booking form. If you opt for that, you can tick the checkbox. If you allow instant booking as well, you need to tick the checkbox. If not, then please don't tick the checkboxes. And if you're okay with everything, please click the button to continue and your listing will be added. As you can see, your listing has been added. Now we need to just edit more details in order to add more description to this listing. Next, we shall look at the property pricing. Please don't pay attention to the text that is in a red text box, but the text that is in a blue text box, please pay attention to. So that is just informing us that 13% of our service fee will be given to the ByStays platform. So keep this in mind as you make your pricing. So the next is the booking type. Is it per day, per night, per guest? All that you need to let us know. So the price per night, as you put it in, please make sure you know that the UGX and the USH should not precede your numbers. Just put the numbers, 120,000, just put 120,000, no commas. Okay, so then one important thing to note is the before label. The before label is just informing you about what will precede your price text or your price numbers. That is the 120,000. So if you put from, it will be from 120,000. Then the after label just notes what will come after that price. So is it from 120,000 per guest, or is it from 120,000 per night? That is up to you to put, but please be careful on what you put. Then we have the unique section, price per night. If the item is rented for days more than 7 nights, you need to put a particular price, and for days more than 30 nights, you need to put a particular price, depending on what your listing prefers. Then we also have the weekend price. Please note that there. If you have extra guests, what is the price for them? Are you going to charge them per night or per guest? If so, please tick the box. If not, please opt out. Then there is also a cleaning fee if you opt for that. And is the calculation a single fee that's for the whole stay, or is it per night or per guest? What's the minimum nights of booking that you allow? Put it in the text box. And a security deposit, so that you can secure your listing if damages occur by the guest. You reserve the fee. If not, then you can refund the fee. If you have an early bird discount price, please put the percentage in the box. And what's the minimum number of days in advance that this early bird discount takes effect? And then an important thing to note is, do you allow bookings all throughout the week or on particular days? Please list that in the sections that follow. If you allow on all days, just leave it as all. If you allow only on Mondays, the bookings or the checkouts only on Sundays, please say so that your clients may know. For extra options, we are adding a little spice to our listing. It's not just for the beds, it's not just for the breakfast. What else do the clients or the guests, what else can they participate in? So for this particular listing, because it's a wildlife kind of listing, we have different options like fishing, bird watching, wildlife exploration, pet farm interaction, hiking, and bungee jumping. So what you should note is that you need to put the value, and is it a per night or a per guest, or is it for the single fee? You need to let us know all those options. Then you should save them, and if your changes are saved, you'll be taken to the next step, that is the property images. In this section, please don't pay attention to the text in the red box. In this section, you can add all the images about your listing. I have used one image here to show you how it's added. You can see how it's being added as the percentages increase. And then when it's done, you will see all the images. I added all aside from this. After that, we have the option to add a video that shows maybe your tour, a tour around your area, a virtual tour of the insides of your listing around your area. So you can use Vimeo or YouTube. I opted for YouTube. Now to add the video link, please go to YouTube, and you can see here, this is my video. What you will do is you will go to the URL at the top search bar and copy only the text after the equal sign. Only the text after the equal sign. Please pay attention to that. So once you've copied that text, paste it in the text box under video ID. Make sure that they are the same. Keep checking, make sure that they are the same, otherwise your video will not show. And when that is done, please save. After this, we shall go to the listing details. What is in your rooms? What other options do you give? All that's under the listing details. So in my rooms, we only have 12 rooms according to my pseudo listing. We have 12 bedrooms in the 12 rooms. And then for the bedrooms, we're going to have this inner description. So are they king beds? Are they queen beds? Are they single beds? Are they double beds? You're going to fill all this and let us know. I'm going to just run through this very fast. So you'll see for my listing, I put 2 king beds, 2 queen beds, 4 double beds, 4 single beds, and each room has a couch. Once that is done, you go to the bathrooms. How many bathrooms do you have? As we have extra bathrooms because they're bathrooms outdoors. What's your check-in hour? Put that in text. Put your checkout hour as well. If you have a late check-in, please put it as well. Then outdoor facilities, please put them using commas to separate them. So if you have things like balconies, hammocks, fire pit, trampoline, slides, swimming pool, add them here. Just separate them by commas. Do you allow extra people? Please note that there. And do you allow animals? The options are yes or no. Then what's nearby? This describes the things that surround you. You have restaurants nearby, hospitals, adventure parks, churches, mosques that people can interact with as well while they're on their stay. Please note them in that box. And please use their definitive names. Don't just say there's a hospital, there's at least use the name of the actual restaurant, the name of the actual supermarket, the name of the actual mosque. When you're done, we shall move to the activities area, which is just a summary of what we put in the extra options. So you will just put them, spacing them with the comma. So I will write what I wrote in my extra options area, which was the fishing, bird watching, bungee jumping, pet farm interaction, wildlife exploration. Under the custom details, what we're going to add is different things that we offer. Here you are allowed to use the UGX and the USH because the platform will not add it for you. So things like if you offer flat irons, toiletries, microwaves, steamers, you write them here with the different prices maybe. In our pseudo listing, we offer them for free. That is why you're seeing them for free, but they are not in the rooms. You have to request for them. So not all those things. Then in the terms and conditions, we shall have the cancellation policy. What's your cancellation policy? Can people just cancel any time, or you have a fee for people who cancel late? You can see that I said allowed only up to 3 days before check-in time. So do you allow smoking? Do you allow partying? Do you allow children? Do you allow pets? Click yes or no. Then in the other rules, write other rules that your listing has. For us in this pseudo listing, our guests are not allowed to move around the premises without a guide because of the wildlife that are around. Once all that is done, click the save and it will save your changes. The next section is the property location. That is where exactly is your place located. You can put the exact address. A drop down will show where exactly the map can move to. And when you put this address, the map moves to that area. So you can see that it's now in Karuma Chobe Road because that is where I put my listing. So this is what will be shown to the client or to the guest on their map view. It has the different latitudes and longitudes just to show you the precise location of your address. And I have not put something precise. Maybe you have something precise, you can put it. If you have a street view of your listing, you put the details there. Then you save that. Once the changes are saved, then we move to the property amenities. Now in the property amenities, we shall just tick what we have in our listing. Please do not pay attention to the text in the red box. So do you have an air conditioning, internet, all those beautiful things? Just tick the box or leave the box free if you don't have the things. If you have them, please tick the box. Once that is done, click save. Then we shall move to the final place, which is the calendar. So here you'll see the different dates that the listing is booked, the preserved dates that you don't allow people to come onto your property and all that. One special thing here is you can reserve dates, maybe for a clientele that doesn't want to book. Maybe you're booking on their behalf, or somebody has come to your site physically, so you're booking that period so that people will know that those dates are reserved. Then we have the import and export iCalendar feeds. This, please pay attention to. So if you have a listing that is on this website, on this ByStays platform, and also on another platform like Airbnb, how to link the calendar so that it shows the dates that are reserved on the other website is as follows. What you will do is you will put in the name of the website. Now here we have the Airbnb calendar. Then to get the URL, go to your Airbnb platform, under the calendar for your listing, go to the availability, scroll all the way down to the bottom, and you will see connect to another website. There under step 1 you will see copy the link. So copy the link that is there, go back to your ByStays platform and you paste it there. And then what you will do is grab the URL for the ByStays and also put it under the Airbnb where it gives you the place to put it. Then add the calendar when you're done. Good. So then this shows, please do not forget to add the new feed. When you add the new feed, it will link the two calendars. So on this calendar, you will also be seeing the bookings that have been done on the Airbnb so that we prevent clashes. Click save, and this will be saved. The changes will be saved, and your calendar will be saved as well. So we have gone through all the steps to create a listing. Ibene Riverside Cottages is there. So now the next in line will be the paying for the listing. So after we have detailed everything that we need about the listing, it will bring us to this place. We can see our property, that we have no reviews yet. This is our price, our standard price, and our status. We are waiting for approval, and we have not yet paid. Under the actions, we can delete the property or edit the property. So when we click publish or upgrade, we see that we have a submission fee of 0 shillings. At this moment, ByStays is not charging you for adding your listing to their platform, but we still need to go through the process just to give 0 shillings. So what you will do is add your name, your phone number. The details are being hidden because they are personal. If you have any other notes, you add them there. Add your email, and there's just a brief description about your order. Then place your order. Once you place your order, it will redirect you to the front page where you can go back to your listing and see that you've paid for your listing. Now we wait for the approval from ByStays administration. I just wanted to show you that in your email you will also receive something that you have paid for the listing, just an order receipt. So the approval has been given to us by the administration, so this is what it will show. So now your listing can be seen by other people. This is an overview of the property listing. All the details that you added will be shown here. Do you remember the before and after label? You can see that from UG USH 120,000 to per guest per night. The different images that I added, you can go through. And please add images that are authentic to your listing, otherwise it will be taken down. The YouTube video that I added as well, just to show a tour around our cottage. You can see the price information that we added. Take note of the table under it. I put for a period of time that we will have a discount up to 30,000. Then our beds, our address, and our details. Under that we have our features, what we have and what we don't have. Those are the amenities that you filled in, that you ticked. Then our terms and conditions, our cancellation policy and other rules. Lastly, we shall have the availability. And now I'm going to show you how to adjust an invoice for a booking. If we go to our inbox using our icon, we can see that we have two messages from a client or a guest. If we click the first one, it shows that we have received a new booking request from Mercy Gabriela. The second one shows a detailed message from our guest. First, we shall see the property for which she has booked, the period, the guests, and the content. And in this content, we can see her grievance is that the system applied her activities fee for one day, for all the days for one guest, and yet she wanted those activities to be for one day for two guests. So we are going to adjust that, and I'm going to show you how. So what we will do, we'll come to our bookings and we can see indeed we have a booking. So we can see that we have a booking for two guests for Ibene, and the status is pending for the period such as that by Mercy. Under here we have either we issue an invoice, reject a booking, or contact a client. For now, we are going to contact a client because we are going to let her know that we have seen her message and the different things that we are going to do to help her adjust. Because our client here, and yes, we need to be clear about what we are writing, because her grievance is that she wants the activities to be booked for one day for two guests, we're going to make a summary of her preferred invoice And we're going to note to her that we apologize for the mishap in the system, and we're going to give her a discount, of which the discount we're giving here is going to be 98% discount. I know that is absurd, but this is a pseudo listing. So like I said, do be clear. Make sure that your client or your guest is seen, heard, and understood. Like I said, we're going to give her a 98% discount because it's our launch week and we're excited for them to join us. I ended my content by asking if that is okay with her and if I can issue the invoice. If everything is okay, then you can click send the message and it will go to the client. So we see we have a message again. Our client has talked to us, very active client. This is the message we sent to her with the details, and she replied by saying, "Thank you for reaching out to me. Yes, I would love the discount offered. Please go ahead and create the invoice." So with that permission, we can go ahead and create the invoice. So we go to issue invoice, and then you can see a debrief of what is in the invoice. We have period for the booking, the number of nights, the number of guests, the price per night, the price details, because we put a selection of days. We're going to give a discount for a selection of days, so the price details are also there. That is why you see the 30,000 shillings. And which property, in case you have so many properties, this would be very ideal to show you which property. Rented by whom, who is our guest that is renting, her email and her phone number, which I have hidden so that we personal information. So we shall get a summary of the order, her booking plus the activities that she has booked for, and the security deposit. So in total, she's going to pay 2,354,000. Her reservation fee is the same because we didn't put any. Her balance owed is 0 because she hasn't paid yet. What we earn and the service that we shall give to ByStays. So how we are going to apply the discount that we have offered already, the 98% discount. What we shall do now is come to the text box that are adjacent to the invoice. One of them has the add discount, and that is where we shall put the discount. So what we're going to do is we're going to put it in numbers, so a little bit of mathematics here. So the 98% equates to that, and when we add that, it will remove from the total, and we'll see that our guest is going to pay 20,400 shillings because it's our launch week. And because we talked to them behind the scenes, we also asked if we can give them a pickup service. And our pickup service is 20,000 and they agreed to it. So we add it and their bill goes now to 40,400. So that is how to add an expense to an invoice. So we can see what we're going to earn and what is given to ByStays. So what we have added is always removable. We added the pickup service, which is 20,000 shillings, and we can see that it's always removable. You can just click the X to remove them, and then the total will go back to the way it was. That is the invoice. So when we are done, we click send invoice, and the invoice will go to the client. And what we will wait for is their payment, and then they are coming on that day.